What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and the hotfix update for v26.30 is officially released, and with it came a brand new augment, a returning augment, a new weapon, and surprisingly no vaults. Of course, we'll be talking about why there was no vaults happening in this update and what should have been vaulted a little bit later in the video, but I think the best part to actually start off with all the changes is, of course, the augments. So we have two augments available for us right now, and we're going to quickly re-roll through them a little bit here to see if we can get any of the augments that are brand new or re-enabled. Of course, right now we haven't seen anything too crazy re-enabled or brand new from the augment selector, but we only actually got two augments re-enabled or added with this update. Now if we go ahead and keep scrolling here, we actually passed through one, and it was Shrub Mud, so we'll go ahead and go to the actual menu here and just show you it. Shrub Mud is the augment that allows you to actually cover yourself in mud whenever you go inside of a big bush, a leaf pile, or tall grass. And while we don't have some of the augments like the thermal mud sight, where whenever you're muddy you have thermal sight, we do still have an augment like Mud Warrior, which allows you to regenerate health and partial shills when covered in mud, which makes it so that you're basically able to go in big bushes and stuff and get a lot more healing off than you would have been able to before, because of the fact that it covers you in mud and you can synergize it with the other mud augment. Now in terms of the new augment enabled in the game though, typically those have a bug where you're unable to find them, so I'm hoping as we scroll through here and spin some bars, we are able to find them. But of course, you know, there's the Shrub Mud augment that we just mentioned that was enabled with this update, you know, that came out of the augment vault, and the new augment, if it really, we just rolled past it, dang it, okay. Well, the new augment is called Ninja Training, so since we rolled past it once again, I'll just go ahead and show it to you guys here. It is a mobility and scouting augment which increases your movement speed while crouching. Based on some messages that I've seen on Twitter, it appears that the movement speed increase is going to make it so that when you're crouching, it's going to be the exact same speed as when you're running. Now that doesn't mean tactical sprinting, you know, the new sprinting mechanic in the game, but it means the normal speed you go at right now. So if we actually activate the Ninja Training augment and we're just kind of running right here, and then we go in crouch mode and we start running as well, you'll notice that we're basically going at the exact same speed that we were when we weren't crouched, just without the whole entire advantages of being able to tactical sprint. And I think that's honestly a super nice benefit. It makes crouching feel a lot nicer to actually get around with, and it feels like I just go this whole entire match just crouching the entire time because of the 1.3 times movement speed increase. Now of course the only other augment was that Shrub Mud augment, but that wasn't the only thing that actually happened with this update, because we also got a brand new weapon enabled in the loot pool for you to enjoy. It is called the Tactical DMR, and it's basically a normal DMR, however it has the added benefit of increasing your zoom, so you're able to toggle between normal zoom, 1x, and 3 times zoom, and when you actually toggle between these different zooms, Jesus, I just got shot a lot with one bullet. Okay, hold on there. Hold on. Let me just eliminate you guys real quickly here. But the Tactical DMR is going to allow you to toggle between 1x zoom and 3x zoom, and luckily we got it right here so we can showcase it to you guys. So if I press left shift, I'm able to actually toggle in there, and I'm able to get further away damage just by using the DMR, right? It's nothing too crazy to actually talk about, but it is nice to know that we have some new DMRs with some new gimmicks being tested that could be evolved onto other Fortnite items later down the line, and I feel that having this toggle zoom is going to be a nice little way to be stealthy while also using it at close ranges as well, because you know, most of the time you might be using it going and looking all the way down the sights down there, but there's a lot of times when you can actually use it out here, you know, the smaller out zoom, and get some better shots off. Now another thing I noticed is they actually like blur the sides whenever you're in the 3x zoom, because it's like you're focused in specifically on that 3x, but it still is interesting to see all the changes happening to it. Now when this actually got added to the files, a lot of people were speculating that the thermal DMR was going to be vaulted, because why have two different DMRs enabled at the same time? And it appears that that was not the case. The thermal DMR is still in the game, so you can actually pick between the tactical one or the thermal one depending on which one you would prefer. Would you rather see enemies, you know, at long ranges through their heat signatures, or would you prefer to actually have it so that you're able to zoom in at your own pace and go in and out of how far you want to actually see your enemies? Of course, you know, it's going to be interesting to see which one ends up being more used, whether it's the tactical DMR or the thermal DMR. But I'd love to hear in the comments down below, which one do you think you'll be picking in the game, if you even pick any of the DMR augments. Now of course keep in mind I have some DMR augments actually enabled right now, and we're going to go ahead and do some damage here. As you can see with the normal uncommon version that we're using, we're getting like Okay, 120 is a headshot damage, and I know that combines everything, but still, that was pretty good. I want to get another headshot off to see how much it's actually going to do from a single shot, including that I have that marksman augment. Now, that only did 16, which was not what I was wanting to see, but hold on. We got some people zooming in over here on the zip lines, so let's go ahead and find them and go ahead and get some headshots off on them. 77, okay, that was 77 from the common, or I guess uncommon version's headshot, which is not bad at all. Now, of course, you know, I'm hitting some of these shots and kind of failing here, but it's basically double the actual normal shot. You get 43 there and 77 with a headshot, and I think that is pretty solid, especially for uncommon. Now, I've heard that the highest rarity, you're actually able to do 50 damage and 53, or I guess not 53, but 83 damage for a headshot, so there is a lot of easy plots and kills you can get off with this. Come on over, you know, I'll zoom out a little bit for you. Okay, yep, there you go, 77. Boom. That feels really clean to use. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really care for the thermal DMR, but this DMR is definitely something I could see myself using a little bit more. With that said, however, I don't want to drag out today's video too long. Hopefully you got a nice little overview of how the new weapon works based on this video, and you're able to see the different sprinting speed with the ninja training augment enabled, and I'll catch you champs and champions tomorrow, where we'll be talking about all the changes coming to Horde Rush this year. Peace out.